The kilt. We all know, those of us who wear them, that is a superior garment. Well, today we're talking about why that is and why you need one. Everyday KT 269. That's today. Why the kilt is superior to pants. There are countless ways. I'll talk to several of them. So first and foremost and most important in every way, shape, and form is comfort. So this kilt is actually the second kilt I ever bought. It is a utility kilt from, I think, 2005. As you can see, it wears pretty well. It looks a little, it's got some dirt on it, looks a little worn, looks like a worn pair of jeans. Only there's no way in hell a pair of jeans would last through what this kilt has been through. So, comfort. So first off, this kilt, the utility style, this worn utility kilt specifically, the fabric is very soft. It's supple. It's the kind of stuff you want to just sit and relax and just chill out in. It's very soft and comfortable. Pants that have been around as long as this would be in shreds. But I actually brought a pair, so comfort. The other thing that makes this comfortable, aside from the fact that the fabric is soft. Oops, sorry. Hurricane here. Or not a hurricane, tropical storm, so the ambulance just went by. Anyway, so there are no legs, which means, and here's a pair for example. See what's missing here? Right here? This is my working under the truck jeans. As you can see, massive amounts of grease. These have been through the wash 6 or 7 times, and it's still there. This is what uncomfortable looks like because of this thing right here. See that? Guys, you know exactly what that means. Girls, if you don't know, that piece of fabric right in this area generally grabs guys the wrong way, and it sucks. The other thing about pants that is vastly uncomfortable is that they just, I mean, it's like putting a cocoon on. And they're very confining, and they keep everything in one spot. And the body's not designed to be that way. Otherwise, people would be born wearing pants, or the anatomy would be different. It's not. So they're not comfortable. The other thing about pants versus kilts is the sizing. So that pair of pants is not going to change at all, ever. The pair of pants is the same size it's always going to be. Now, this older utility kilt also will not do that. The newer ones, though, they have a method by which they expand and contract by as much as, I think, 4 to 6 inches. Mike, you're going to have to let me know, but I think that's about right. On a traditional-ish tartan kilt, anyway, they have these lovely bad boys right here, straps. That looks like 4 inches of movement right there. Last I checked, I've grown and shrunk. There was a time when this didn't even fit me. I could not get it on. This kilt, definitely not. So these will adjust with you. Pants won't do that. The only ones I've ever seen that do that are stretchy pants, and last I checked, you cannot dress up stretchy pants. Which leads me to my next piece. Dressing up, dressing down your clothes. This pair of jeans, sure, you can take this pair of jeans and throw a white t-shirt on it and maybe some shiny black pants, and you'll look all right. And maybe you can throw a jacket with it. Sure, okay? But you're not going to wear that to a black tie event. This, on the other hand, you can wear anywhere. This kilt right here. And I have. You can wear this with this kilt right here. You can wear this with, I don't know, shorts and sandals, barefoot, just the kilt. Throw a white t-shirt on it, or a white button down maybe, a polo shirt, full Prince Charlie. Haven't changed the kilt any. It's the exact same thing. This one garment can be worn for every single kind of event there is. Everything. From sitting on your ass on the couch, to some kind of royal wedding coronation, God knows what the hell it is, this will do all of that. So on top of that, you have, back to what I talked about a little bit, longevity. How long do kilts last versus pants? So this pair of pants I probably bought 4 years ago, and I've worn it maybe 24 times, and you can see it's pretty stained up, pretty beat. You can see here the pockets are already wearing out a little bit on the back. Like I said, I've only worn it 1 or 2 times. Haven't worn it hardly much at all. This utility kilt, on the other hand, I have worn the shit out of this kilt. I'm not even joking. I mean, yes, it is wearing. There's some threadbare spots here. There's a couple of spots here where there's a hole. You know, I put this here to patch it. But this kilt is 10 years old. I've probably worn it 600 times, 800 times, in all manner of craziness. Working on my truck, chopping trees, you know, roofing, building decks, all kinds of crazy stuff. And it's still going. And you know what? If I had this, with the amount of threadbare or holes or whatever that this kilt has, would be straight up trash. Straight up trash. Especially if any of these seams that are required to hold the thing together start giving out. Useless. Completely gone. Any seam on this kilt, anywhere, could give out, and it'd still be functional. And on top of that, and this is the next piece, is durability and repairability. So this pair of jeans, sure, you get a hole right here, fine, you put a patch on it, you do something cool. But this rips up the pocket, or heaven forbid, you blow this out, what do you wind up doing? Patching it, sure. Is it going to be close to the same, comfortable? Yeah, maybe, maybe not. If you're really good with a threaded needle, sure. Otherwise, junk. This one, on the other hand, this utility kilt, I just throw a patch on it. Does it look like anything's wrong with it? No. These pieces over here, if any of these pieces, the sewn down pleats were to go, it wouldn't take much to fix that. The tartan kilt, right? Tartan kilt, right? Guess what? I screwed up. I wore this trying to fix my truck. Can anyone tell where the patch was? Maybe. Maybe the eagle-eyed ones. Where is it? The only reason that you can tell that there's a patch right there, because there's a gash from here all the way up there, is because I couldn't, we couldn't, my girlfriend, when she was doing some of this, didn't get the threads lined up, because there's a big gash right here. But guess what? Does that look like a bad kilt, even though it's got a 4-inch gash in it? I think not. You can fix these forever. That pair of pants would never be given to anybody other than for rags. A good, well-made kilt, it's a known fact historically that kilts have been handed down from father to son. And I have at least 2 that I expect to do that with, because they're going to be that good of that high quality. What? Double the pleats? No, this is just regular pleats. This is just a normal pleated kilt that's just to the stripe, not to the set. This is to the stripe. You're thinking of for the set, which is like this. This is a crappy kilt, I'm sorry, but that's to the set pleats. The one I showed you that was fixed was to the stripe. So longevity, these things will last freaking forever. It will last forever. A kilt, if you take care of it even a little bit, 10, 20, 30 years. Nobody has pants that last 30 years. It just doesn't happen. The only pants that last 30 years are the ones that never get worn. And there's no way around that. So on top of all of the practical applications of why kilts are cooler and better than pants, then you have the aesthetic issues with pants and kilts. If you go to any event, a social event, a networking event, anything, you are going to be just like everyone else. You might have special pants, you might have designer pants, you might have God knows what the hell kind of pants on, but you have pants just like everybody else. And unless someone comes up and talks to you and discusses your particular pants with you, nobody's going to know. If you walk into a room wearing a kilt, everybody's going to stop and look and saying, if they know who you are, they're like, oh, KT's here. Or they're going to say, who the hell is that? Every single person, every single time, everywhere you go. It could be an event, it could be the store, it could be anywhere. And if your job or your livelihood or your anything, doesn't matter, your ego, whatever, enjoys that kind of thing or needs that kind of attention and recognizability, there's no pants that can do that unless you get the ones that Flea had in the Give It Away music video 30 odd years ago that was made out of Muppet heads. No, nobody has those. He's got those. That's it, just Flea. Nobody else. So the recognizability, the brandability, as it were, is insurmountable. There's no pants on this planet that can what's the word I'm looking for? Outshine a kilt. It's just not going to happen. One kilt, an army of people in pants, the kilt's going to get noticed. I don't care if you're wearing solid gold pants. They're going to be like, yeah, cool, crazy, that guy's got a kilt on. That's just how it is. Yes, combat boots also, Rob. That's a truth. So, versatility. So the other thing with pants is, where do you wear pants? Well, a set of jeans, casual, wear them wherever, sure. Dress them up a little bit. Formal pants, you're wearing them too formal. You're wearing them to work. You're not going to wear a pair of slacks to work on the truck. A kilt, again, same kilt. You can do all of that with this without much trouble. Just be careful of the wheels on your dollies and on your creepers. Those things can tear up your kilts, but you don't have to worry about it, because if you get something on the kilt, guess what? You either wash it out or nobody notices in the first place. You know, you can take a kilt and not wash it for 6 months and it'll look brand new. You take any pair of pants and wear them for 6 months, they're going to look like somebody rolled them in dog crap. It's just the way it is. So you can go forever with these kilts and do whatever you want with them. You want to go hiking. You want to go swimming. You want to go to the festival. You want to go to a wedding. You want to go to the bar. Same kilt. You're not going to wear these jeans to go hiking up a mountain unless it's all you've got. No, because it's not comfortable. Not comfortable. So the last thing, and this I think is one of the most interesting and never talked about, is medical type stuff. So with all of the added airflow of the kilt, I've heard from several people who have had issues with fertility and whatnot that it helps, because, you know, lower temperature, things work down there just the way they're supposed to. Pants don't allow that. They don't. Keep everything trapped, everything balled up, and everything stuck in a prison. Kilts don't do that. They do not do that. Casey, you're right. Bedazzled, for those of you who watching on YouTube, Casey who says a bedazzled pair of jeans will get you noticed. I'm like, sure, but who the hell's going to wear those? Besides, all those jewels and the sharp things that'll sit. How are you going to sit down in that? Can't have it. No. So, the kilt is a superior garment in every way, shape, and form. And in a survival situation, like the shit has hit the fan all the way, it's cold, it sucks. You know what? You know what happens when you have a pair of pants and it gets cold and wet and gross outside? Guess what? You have a pair of pants. That's it. you have a kilt, especially one of these, a nice decent tartan kilt, guess what? You have as much as 24 feet of wool or wool-like fabric. You've got a blanket, you've got a pillow, you've got something to stay warm, you've got a cloak, you've got obviously the kilt to wear. You have all of these things. You can make shelter out of these. Great kilts were used for that. You take the stitching out of one of these, you're going to cry. I'll give you that. But you can use this as all manner of ways to stay warm, dry, and secure if something goes horribly sideways and you're stuck in the woods or stuck someplace where you can't stay warm, can't stay dry, and you need something over you. If you've got a kilt, awesome. If you've got two kilts, shoot, all of these pleats, cut the fell stitching, boom, you have a piece of cloth up to 24 feet long. What can you do with 24 feet of warm cloth? All kinds of cool stuff. So, again, the kilt is far superior to pants in more ways. There's tons of other ways where it is. I'd love to read about some of them. But it is, I could go on forever. Yeah, you're right. Casey's asked that the solid kilt he has like mine. I've got an Irish saffron. It's a gold yellowy color. Very thick and warm. Those things are awesome. That's probably the one you have. With that, somebody give me a Kiltology volume 1 or 2, or you can pick numbers 1 through 507. So, like I said, Chris, I swear you get like a third of them. No. So, superior pants all day long. So, Kiltology number 371. Volume 2, it's on Amazon. Pants. It is a little known fact that pants were, in fact, invented by kilt-wearing peoples. When a criminal was convicted and sent to prison, they were forced to wear pants in prison, truly robbing them of every freedom. So, there you go. That's why pants are superior, because, or kilts are superior, because pants were prisons, made for prisoners. Casey says 342. I want to see what that is. Oh, yeah, hot. Yeah, I agree. Yep. So, pants suck, kilts rule, kilts rock. You guys have a good night. Tomorrow's Friday. Get the work done early. Cut out if you can. Go have some fun. Get some shenanigans done. And as always, be strong. Put a kilt on.